from jump, I knew my wife was wifey material. Like 18, I knew.
Right.
I knew I wasn't ready though.
Sure.
Right. One, you mentioned you got these choices in your 20s.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm married. Like I knew my wife. I didn't just know that my wife was beautiful and we was cordial and we liked each other. I knew she was wife material.
Yeah.
Like I knew that, as an athlete, you see a lot of women, right? And especially as a college or professional athlete.
Right.
But the reality is, at the time, they don't come up as wifey material.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
From jump, I knew my wife was wifey material. Like 18, I knew.
Right.
I knew I wasn't ready though.
Sure.
Right? And so I asked her, because I felt like, let me finish college to figure out what I want to do. But I knew I wanted to play ball. And when you mentioned this part about you got this idea, you got this opportunity, I had the opportunity to play pro ball.
Right.
And when I realized that my initial years, the amount of money that they was paying me wasn't going to be able to accommodate both of our lifestyles.
Yeah.
So much so that she couldn't even come with me. Like they would only accommodate one person because I would have a roommate. And the amount of money they was paying me, like I'm just going to try my best to save that before I get the bigger opportunity.
Right.
And I did two tours, and one stint was like, what they didn't tell me was people don't care how much money you don't do and make. When you're a professional basketball player in somebody's city and country, they just know that you're a professional basketball player.
Execute.
And it was the first time I tell people all the time, I was very good at controlling how I chase the cat. I said I was terrible at when the cat chases me.
Right.
Right. I said, and I'll say I don't think a lot of men are truly prepared for gorgeous, talented women to chase you.
Right.
As a man.
Yeah.
Like they don't play girl games. They get right to it. And I was like, being on tour, her not next to me was just not a good space for me to be with my fiance.
Sure.
And I was like, if I can't take her, I don't want to go. And you think about where your life will go, and you're 23 years old, and you're at the peak of your athletic ability.
Right.
But I was like, if I can't do it without her, man, I don't trust myself in these streets. And I really didn't want to be a baby daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I said I would go home, work some way that I could get a bigger contract and just play on the Bermuda national team.
Right.
And another place that we play gel together is through basketball with the Bermuda national program. And as I was in Bermuda, waiting for an opportunity, I got into education, got into the schools, got into the local church, got into the local community. And people kept asking me to speak, kept asking me to mentor, kept asking me to coach, right?
Yeah.
But I'm struggling because I'm struggling. So you ask me to do this stuff, but I'm broke.
Right.
You ask me to do this stuff, but I don't know what I'm doing. You ask me to do this stuff, I'm trying to figure it out. And then when I got director, program, and leader of this school, it's like I'm still figuring out. So I'm saying to myself, I'm a young man driven with ambition, who had an incredible father, who has a personal relationship with Christ, who has a college education, who has traveled to multiple countries, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why would you not think I would be an advocate for a person who didn't have a dynamic father in their life,
Right.
who don't know Jesus as their personal savior, who don't have a college education, who haven't traveled the world? What do you expect just because he's 28, just because he's 25, just because he's 24? I'm 24. I know how to be a man.
Figured out? Nah.
I know how to self-sacrifice for my life for the rest of the day till the day I die. I know how to do that just like that. No. It is an everyday battle. So that is the reason for the passion behind the advocacy, because even though somebody may run off a list of my accomplishments on my resume, I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm sharing my experiences. I'm sharing my journey. Right. I'm sharing things that worked and then didn't work. And I even preface now, when I give coaching, this is what worked for me.
Right, yeah. It's not
so this is not for me to tell you this and for you to copy it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because what you need to do is what I said and how I got here, you need to ask me some questions. Okay, how much money did you have? Well, what was your situation with your wife? Because that's a difference.
Right.
If you had money, if we didn't have money. If you married, if you wasn't married. You can't just say because I'm the same age, we got the same dream, you got the same drive, make the same decision. No. You have to consider the circumstances and the situation. You got to consider the things that led you up to that point. And because we're so silent on this, because men should just have it together, for whatever reason and narrative that we make up, here's the truth. And newsflash, we don't.
No.
And we just try to find safe spaces that we won't get judged.
Right.
And if a man is not coming to you, so everybody say, man, he don't talk. You just say, I don't know. It's okay, baby, you okay? Yeah, fine. When a man keeps, it's like I do with these players that I train. He don't talk. His mama, he don't talk. The woman, he talks all the time. He don't talk to you.
Yeah.
And here's the hard truth. If every man talks all the time, you put him on a video game, you'll see a whole new boy light up.
Right.
They don't talk to you because they don't feel safe.
Right.
That if they showed you their true self, they won't be judged.
Yeah, you judge them. Yeah.
If they brought up their porn, if they brought up their weed, if they brought up their alcohol, if they brought up the women, that you're going to get so attached to that you're going to judge them and never see them.
Yeah.
So we try to create spaces through the prayer line, through our network, where
Yeah.
men can feel very comfortable about their mental health, about porn, about their women, about the drugs, about the alcohol, about how they was raised and where they come from, so that they can get real help. All right? Because once you have a man who's healthy,